running out of time, but I still want to ask you the last question, which will be around the sustainability, because I know you have very strong focus on sustainability, and you also came up with this planet-centric design approach versus commonly known user-centered approach. If we talk about haptic tech, right, and with hardware elements, I mean, there's a question how sustainable these devices are and what are the ways to make them more planet-centric, right? How to incorporate this planet-centric approach in the design process of wearable technology. Have you thought, I'm sure you've thought about that, maybe you could share something with us as well.
Yeah, what we can share is that sustainability is a multi-dimensional problem. It's not just about cleaning up the supply chain of a particular product, although that is super important. So if you look at it from an SDG perspective, right, we need to hit certain targets. And we have about 17 SDGs, way too many. And those SDGs have implied metrics. Whenever you are creating a product, you can look at it from, I guess, 17 different angles, right? For certain angles, you're not going to have a lot of impact, but other angles you are. And when we started out Bond Touch, one of our missions was really to try and get you away from the screen, right? If I just receive a touch, okay, I got it. I just received it. 3 touches. Okay, I know what that means. I don't have to go to my screen. We unlock our phone hundreds of times a day. It used to be 150. That's completely outdated. It's hundreds of times a day. And so if we can work on that dimension, and what dimension is that? Are we talking about, SDG 3, health? What are we really addressing? And so, yeah, planet centricity is really about not just putting the user at the center of the creative process, but being a little bit more ambitious and looking at sustainability from a multidimensional perspective, which is very hard to do. So look, we produce so few products in comparison to bigger OEMs that it's a drop in the ocean. Like, it's almost meaningless from, if you look at it from an SDG 13 perspective, like carbon, like our carbon impact is relatively small, if not insignificant in the grander scheme of things. Are we doing, initiatives to reduce it? Of course, right? But it's still so small. I think where we can have most impact, and that's what we're realizing, really is in health, and especially mental health. That comes with, like I said, with separation anxiety, and I guess the consequences of long distance relationships. I think we can do a lot there. That is sustainability. It's one of the dimensions of sustainability. Yeah, I think how we treat our teams, our people, the people who are actually creating this, so decent work conditions, that's another SDG that we put a lot of focus on. It's definitely top of mind for us. But like I said, because we're looking at it from a multidimensional perspective, I don't think we are an example yet of, hey, these guys are like super planet centric. But, look, we're trying. I think it's important to do it and not brag about it. I even have a hard time kind of talking about it. Yes, we audit our factories, we do all this, but that's kind of the minimum. That's what everybody should be doing. It's yeah.
But it's still inspiring to hear that, it doesn't matter how big or small you are, you can still have an impact, right? And it's actually also about the focus, right? Where can you do the biggest impact, right? In terms of sustainability, for instance, if you're that size company of that size, as long as you're kind of realizing what you can do and that you should do, I think it's already important to have. Thank you for your time.